There is absolutely no way I just survived that. That is such a... Yep, I know. That's the whole point. Welcome to the Headhunter range rebuild. Here are our current restrictions. And here are the 3 challenges we got to overcome within those restrictions. If you want the full Headhunter range rebuild rules, you can find those in the description. But for now, let's jump straight in. Hello and welcome to the first episode of Headhunter Stage 2. You would have seen in the intro that we've lifted some of the restrictions, and we've added 3 new challenges that we'll need to conquer before we can lift even more of those restrictions. In light of those new opportunities, we've got a ton of things we need to do this episode. I am thinking we need to get some new gear, clear out the bank to make some extra money, and then I want to use that gear to try and get a range Tz-Kal-Zuk cape. So to start off with the new equipment, since we can now use tier 80, I think we need to grab ourselves some pernix and some fleeting boots. This stuff's relatively cheap and will give us some awesome bonuses that will help us bring down Tz-Kal-Zuk. Unfortunately, no luck buying those chaps, but we can wait a little bit and see if they buy. That's all of it bought. I'm so keen to test out this new gear. It's going to be such an improvement over Carol's. Speaking of which, it's time to let our old friend go. You've served us well, but we're moving on to bigger and better things. Also, I really need the money right now. I really don't want to have to go back to strike worms like a peasant. Unless you guys want to see me grind out 1.5 bill for a Seren God bow from strike worms. If the demand's there, I'll make it happen. Don't tempt me. Alright, enough of that. Let's take a quick look at the gear we've worked so hard to unlock. Yeah, that's it. It's finally coming together. We're actually looking like we can do some damage in this gear for the first time in the challenge. I hope Zuck's ready for this one. So the cash stack was looking a little bit thin. Let's have a look at ports where I've stacked up a ton of trade goods over the last few weeks. We'll be turning this into armor and selling it on the GE really soon, but I've got to show you something else first. Here's a mission that I've been waiting God knows how long for. I don't care about completing this for the completionist cape, but look at all of that chi we can bag. That's easily 25 mil worth of loot, assuming we don't fumble the voyage at 73%, and have it disappear on us for another 12 months. Let's send this one out with our fingers crossed and hope for the best. While we wait for that, here's a cheeky Glacier kill while the Thok event's still alive. Gonna bag us another 44 Reaper points. Let's have a look at the loot real quick. Yeah, same as always. Don't know what I expected, really. It's a new day. Let's see if we've got our bunch of chi that we sent out yesterday. Is this the one? Nope. All right. Big suspenseful moment. Let's see if we get it. Come on, this is a lot of money. Come on. Yes! There we go. All right, 50 chi, and we get that achievement as well. That is quite the collection of trade goods we've got stockpiled at the moment. There's a lot of money worth of port gear locked up in that. Let's craft it all and see how much we end up with. No way, it's 48 mil for all that? With any luck, it'll actually sell for that price rather than ending up like those scrimshaws that we still got in the GE. Hey, 2 out of 3 for market price ain't too bad. I'm so glad the Seasinger hoods sold for as much as they did. That's insane. Now that is one healthy looking cash stack we got there. It's a new day with a new Glacier kill, with obligatory trash loot as well. You'll love to see it. Here's an item I bet no one's thought about in the last few years. Since our utility item restriction's been lifted, we can use our Super Dominion Medallion to teleport to the Dominion Tower. Now what could we possibly want from this place? I'll give you guys a second to guess first. Boom, that's it. Swift gloves. Strictly speaking, pernix gloves are probably better, but the stat difference is so negligible I'd rather just take the free ones and bag the extra 10 mil for myself. Now I popped off the cosmetics, let's take a quick look. Ooh, that outfit's starting to look hard as hell. Just need a couple more upgrades to really top it off. Here's an interesting change in scenery. Now, why on earth are we at Demonheim? We're doing some dungeoneering so I can get myself a Farsight sniper necklace. We need 100,000 dungeoneering tokens for. That's going to take a little while, so let's see what fuckery unfolds in every RuneScape player's least favourite skill that should have been a minigame. Let's go. That was a pretty uneventful first floor, but I'm kind of glad because I definitely needed a warm-up run for this. Let's see how many tokens we get for our first floor. Hey, 23k. That's pretty good. This puzzle is the worst. We're gonna be here for a month and I'm gonna get the key. Oh, I'm colorblind or I'm stupid. Which one? Just my luck. So, no, we can't even save it. Oh, we can. We're so back. We're so back. Oh, I'm gonna lose my shit. And here I was thinking Solak was gonna be the toughest plant-based boss in Headhunter. I'm just saying, I didn't have my Guardian Bow with me. The unusual plant wouldn't have stood a chance if I was allowed to bring that. Alright, so we finally beat the actual boss with no other plant-related incidents. Hopefully we can get enough tokens to get this amulet after this floor, since we got a bit of a boost from those dungeoneering boxes at the start. Yeah, doing that occult floor for a change of scenery was not a good idea. I'm actually short on tokens and now I have to do another floor. Shit. Ah, come on! Yeah, PP red. Like how that sounds. Hold up, that's a bit sus. Alright, we're returning to PP red. I certainly hope it isn't. What have you been up to? Jesus. Oh, are you kidding me? Why is there more? Stop, dude. Average dungeoneering experience, cheers. Well balanced game. Why am I out of combat? This is unreal. Please, I just want to teleport to home. If this rat comes, I swear you better not come anywhere near me, dude. Oh, mission complete. I deserve 120 dungeoneering for just teleporting back home at that rate. Jeez. A fitting end. The last room is the boss. I don't think I've ever killed this boss before, so let's see how we go. Yeah, in case you hadn't noticed, I don't know how to kill this boss and I refuse to pull up a guide. That fight was way too close. Now let's see if we got enough tokens to close this all off. Oh, thank God. That's it. That's 100k. Let's go get the necklace. Just grab my Saradomin's Murmur out of the bank, because we'll need that. Now we just need to grab the Chaotic Remnant for 100k dunge tokens. Took a little bit to find, but there it is. That's our Remnant. Just going to hit buy on that, then combine it with the Saradomin's Murmur, and that'll make our Farsight Sniper necklace. Another cool thing about this necklace is we can chuck a blood shard on it later if we need the extra healing. They are a bit expensive, so I'm going to try and avoid that, because I just want to go straight to Hydrix once we unlock it. This gear is more than enough to take down Zuck. So I think with the rest of our money, we need to put that towards some passive money makers. We're going to go with the Plank Makers in the Adventure Guild and Miscellanea. Now before you roast me for saying that Plank Makers aren't the best GP an hour, I know, I just do it purely for the convenience of not having to worry about what items need to go in. Also, the logs are really easy to buy and the planks are really easy to sell. I've actually put together a guide of what dailies I do to make 20 mil a week, barely even playing the game. If you're interested, the link's in the description. I haven't done Miscellanea in a while, so my favor's real low. Let's cut some trees to get that to 100. Then we're going to talk to this bloke and drop 7.5 mil in the coffers for maximum returns. Can't forget this month's oyster. Got to do that real quick. Hey, Fortunate Component. That's a good start. And roll number 2. Getting some skip tickets. Also not bad. While I am confident that I can bring Zuck down without too many issues, that doesn't mean he's going to be a pushover. I've decided to grab some ingredients here to make adrenaline renewal potions. They are expensive, but I definitely think they're worth it so we can get the bulk spec up quicker when the Death Swiftness is popped. The last thing we're going to need is a rune pouch to hold the runes for disruption shield spells. These are worth about 37 mil, so I've pulled 37 mil out of my cash stack and I'm going to pay that into the bank to unlock one of these. That cash stack is looking really thin. I hope we can pick something up from Zuck. Alright, so we're going to head to Zuck in a second, but first of all, I want to make a deal with you guys. So strictly speaking, we'd have to do the fight killing before we'd be able to unlock the Zuck cape. And I'd rather pull my own teeth out than do that, so instead I'm going to get 2 igneous stones instead of 1. Yeah, sorry to everyone that was looking forward to me AFK in the kiln for 40 minutes. Hate to disappoint you on this one. No dramas at all pulling up to the 3rd challenge. Now let's see how the triple jads go. Now if you're new to prayer flicking, here's a cool tech you might not know. Make sure you always go back to soul split after you put on the right protection prayer to block the attack. This means you won't accidentally double activate your protection prayer and turn it off when the attack's coming in. It's a lot safer and you can snipe a bit of a heal at the same time. Yeah, I chilled a little bit too hard while fighting Hyrraken and had to do it in 2 cycles. That's embarrassing. But it's time for Zuck now. It's been over a year since my last ranged Zuck kill, so let's hope for the best and see how this one goes. You know he means business when he chucks in the natural instinct for the pre-build. And also uses the death balls properly to prop the swiftness without using adrenaline, and follows up with an incendiary that isn't even on the bar. Seems like we're finally starting to get the hang of this whole range business here. I'm not going to talk too much about the mechanics here. RS Guy did such a good video on that, so I'm just going to talk about any range text that come up along the way. I did forget to bring restore flasks like an absolute amateur for this boss, so if my health gets sapped, it's not coming back. I'm not doing anything special here, just making sure I hit my soul split flicks, dealing with the specials as they come up, and then tick eating through any damage that I can't out heal with soul split. Despite the perfect pre-build we pulled off for this fight, I'm not actually doing much damage, mostly because I'm forced to focus on my health more than hitting my bulk stacks to stay alive at the moment. We're still learning after all, and it's not quite muscle memory just yet. Good thing the resonant shield flick is though. Blocking that special attack there, tick perfect. Seems like that time at hard mode Vindicta really did pay off. Here we go with the pizza phase. Just going to pop freedom to remove the stun. Now I'm going to use this sick movement tech to move myself directly under the minion. Let's take a closer look at that real quick. So we know the minion is always going to spawn at your 10 o'clock. Right here. So what we can do is use a surge to go directly forwards and then bladed dive in the same tick to push us sideways to where the minion stands, which is where you see me go off on that weird diagonal tangent. This will work every single time once you've practiced it, and it makes this phase so much easier. You'll need the mobile perk as well, otherwise you'll end up like this here. Alright, that's the pizza phase done, just gotta stay alive now. Having my life points drop down to 7k and not being able to restore them is getting me absolutely hammered at the moment. At this point, I've seen that I haven't got any restores, and I'm starting to panic. Here I've stopped healing, and I've just decided to do as much damage as quickly as I can. We haven't got much time here. We managed to pull off the kill, but just barely. That's our igneous stone, and also some more loot for our efforts. Hey, 4.5 mil, that's not bad. Alright, so here's a funny one. I somehow managed to mess up the DPS check, so I'm walking into this challenge with a whole lot less adrenaline than I thought. I've noticed this way too late and I can't pop the barricade. I start to panic, miss the disruption shield, which causes me to sign of life. Good start. That doesn't matter at all though. The Sign of Life brought us back to life, and the Zuk kill's going perfectly fine. Until I forget to go back to Soul Split when my prayer flick lands, turn off my melee prayer, make a big melee hit, then KO myself with Shadow Tendrils. Excellent gameplay. No igneous stone from this run, but we might as well finish the kill so we can get some loot. I really need to clear that bleed, I'm taking too much damage right now. There is absolutely no way I just survived that. That is such a huge damage stack. Almost through the kill when he was one hit away from death. Had to push hard for this one. Let's see what the loot is. Bear in mind, there's an extra 2 kills worth of loot in there. That's because I lost my footage on the first 2 kills and had to do them again. It might be 2 kills, but we're still down 1 igneous stone. Let's run it back and do it all over again. This is so much easier now that I'm not tilted. I'm actually hitting my equilibrium stacks and doing some real damage for once. There it is. That's our second igneous stone in the bag. Now let's take a quick look at the loot. Hey, that's not bad. Let's loot it all, send it to the bank, and then we can sell that off next episode. We've worked hard for it, but here we go. Let's grab the igneous Tz-Kal-Zuk out of the bank. I'm going with the igneous one just because it doesn't provide any range advantages over the normal one, and I just have it sat in the bank ready to go. Here we go, let's throw it on. Awesome. Now we're actually starting to look like we're good at the game again for once. I just want to say, this is going to be the last Headhunter episode for a while. You guys have been absolutely loving the critical analysis videos I've been doing, so I'm going to be shifting the focus of my content towards that for a little while. Thanks to everyone that's kept up so far, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.